Jaheim Mcmillan's family has seen the video evidence of the Gulfport police-involved shooting that killed the 15-year-old.
This story here is going to be about a fatal shooting of a 15-year-old boy by the police department in Mississippi. This is actually going to be an older case, but I thought that it was really interesting, so I thought that I'd go ahead and pick it up and present it to you guys. You guys like the video, at least 25 likes on this video, and let's go ahead and get right to it. So the guy's name that got killed, the kid, his name is Jaheim Mcmillan. The first call about the teams came in at about 2:28 p.m. on Thursday, October 6th. When the driver of a reported silver Kia Soul with a Georgia license plate driving recklessly on Highway 605 near the I-10. The caller said the teens in the Kia Soul had the windows rolled down and began flipping them off. Eventually, both vehicles stopped next to each other at a red light, so meaning they got that red light, so they had to stop. Okay? And that's when the people who were talking to the police, they seen that the rear passengers in the actual Kia, they seen them brandish firearms at them. Okay, so that part, that the actual passenger vehicle, the other vehicle that the kids were harassing, that part was not caught on tape, but that's what the court documents actually said. Okay, so some of the incidents from the, well, you know what, let's actually from here, let's actually run, we're gonna run the video for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and whoop that other information. So let's, hopefully you guys can see it, hopefully you guys are going to be able to hear it here. So let's check it out. So I'll let you guys know the first half of the video is going to be the actual of what happened. Okay, it's going to be the regular version, then the second part is going to be more of a slowed version, and we'll kind of go over that. All right, so let's go. First part of this, there's going to be no sound right here, but it will kick in just a moment. This is going to be the cop car going to the call. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and go back because I know that was kind of quick, a little crazy for y'all. Let me go ahead and break that down for you. They're gonna break it down in the slow clip too, but we're gonna touch on it right here really, really quick. All right. Time waits for no man. So the cops running in here, sitting at the Family Dollar. All right, so we got our first man. He hops out the back from what it looks like. Then it looks like there's a guy in the front passenger seat that just hopped out. So the red, old boy in the red, he tried to brake to the left, and then he seen the cop coming from the back there. And he seen him running up, so he decides to break a different direction. But other boy right there, he looks stunned. Look at him. So he got stunned, and then he sped up a little bit. If you look, he kind of sped up just a little bit to get up out of there. Let's pull it all the way back. He said nope, he gone. So he chased him. Bruh started shooting at him already though. Wait a minute, hold on. And he didn't even do nothing yet. Oh, juke move. Look at old boy in the corner right there. Old boy in the corner, he just pulled out gassing. Okay, now look. So we got that back passenger on the right, and it looks like the driver just got out. The driver looking like he don't see nobody, so he tried to skirt around the vehicle. He cooked. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground! Then there's another one. Yeah, they was 4 deep. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they was 5 deep. 5 deep in a Kia. That's crazy work. Now you heard that person screaming. I seen another video. I seen this from a couple different angles. That person screaming. There's this guy. I guess he was coming out of Family Dollar, or he was over there watching, and he was yelling at the cop. All right, and he was telling him, pretty much like he didn't have to shoot him. There's different accounts. There's different like accounts of what people seen. It's crazy from the bystanders. A couple of them said they didn't see any weapons. The kids didn't have any guns. You know, call cap on that because I seen that off top. Um, let's go ahead and run that. So this is gonna be this is gonna be from the actual body cam of the actual cop that was the shooter. Okay. Stop it! And that's the crazy part about it, bro. I don't know if I can. It is blurred out, but check, peep. So, I mean, see, look, they just got out of the car, bro. Wow. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and just damn, that's just like lightweight disturbing. Kind of got you kind of flustered. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go all the way down. No, we're not doing that. That's just sad, bro. So this is gonna be slow mode right here. So this is gonna really show you what's up right here. Boom. No guns. No guns in hands, huh? I can see guns. I see 2 pipes. 1 pipe. I see 1 pipe. Because right here, with that long arrow up front, I don't see nothing there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just they identifying something that's in his hand. Okay, blue shorts. Damn, was that a gunshot? That's what I'm saying. Like, who was shooting? Was somebody shooting already? That sound like a gunshot. Who was shooting? No, my man's was running. My other man's was running. Everybody was running. So who was shooting? It had to be a cop. Had to be. There go pipe right there. I don't know what's in his hand there, but that's that pipe that he had when he first got out. I guess they're identifying blue shorts with a pipe in his hand. Red shorts thought he did a creative juke move. They're re-identifying that pipe again to make sure that you see that he had it. Ooh. So my man was running with his pipe. They shot once here. You can see the gunshots at the top of the door. Boom, boom. Pretty much. The cop, he just got out letting loose. Wait a minute. Damn. I mean, bro, that's crazy work, man. That's crazy.
It's a tragic situation. I mean, my heart really, it's torn apart for the family. I know it's difficult.
Man, there's different accounts from the public that they're saying. Let me see. One person said that was out there. One person says, I saw the cop shoot the guy. I did not see a gun on him. Okay? That's crazy work because there was obviously guns, and that's exactly why these cops are wearing cameras on their vests. These cops are wearing got cameras in their vehicles that are pointing outward so they can get what's going on outside the vehicle. Because this person says, I saw the cop shoot the guy. I did not see a gun on him. He was coming out of the store with his hands up. He had just pulled in, and I saw what happened. So if you just pulled in, that means you really did not see what happened. You might have seen the leftover remaining factor of what happened, but you didn't see actually what happened. But I'm gonna say that, I didn't see no part where he was coming out of the store with his hands up. That was completely imaginary because the video was pulled. So maybe this person said that, and this was just someone talking at a press meeting or something like that. Maybe if it was like a bystander, maybe they thought they saw something or something. But that's wild work. They're saying that she ran. She's an Uber driver, so this person was an Uber driver because she was waiting for notifications on her phone to pick up passengers. She said she had just driven to the Family Dollar when she saw them put some guys on the ground and handcuff them, and added that she noticed a little boy at the front door. I did see him come out the front door with his hands up, and that's when he was shot. My mind was like, "What the hell is going on?" She said, I'm going through PTSD right now. I can't sleep. My anxiety is up." Now, maybe that video is maybe that video is edited or something, because they're saying that the person was she said the person came out with his hands up. I didn't see his hands up. I don't want to keep playing the video either because it's very disturbing. I don't want to, I don't want nobody thinking I'm making light of it or anything like that. you know um it's just crazy work, you know what I mean? uh why that cop just jumped out the car and just automatically started shooting, I'm not really too sure. Maybe it is because of that previous report, because you got to remember someone did they contacted the police department, and they were saying that the kids were in that Kia Soul, and they were driving recklessly and they had guns in the car. So that probably is what made his security kind of heighten up a little bit. But I mean, oh boy, he did have a gun in his hand and he was running with it. I'm not too familiar with cop, what do you call that, cop, their laws and their guidelines and how they ought to go by or whatever. I don't know if it's cool for you to just shoot somebody that's running with a gun, or do you have to point it at them first? I'm not really too sure. But one thing that I do know is the family of Jaheim Mcmillan. Jaheim Mcmillan's mother files a $10 billion wrongful death lawsuit against Gulfport. Okay, so it's 1 year after 15-year-old Jaheim Mcmillan was shot and killed by a Gulfport police officer. His mother filed a wrongful death suit for 10 million against the city, 10 billion against the city. Like, they went for the gusto. I mean, it's worth it though, I mean, it says the officer is being sued individually as well. Lawsuit claims the officer failed to properly exercise wise discretion before shooting McMillan.
Commissioner Sean Tyndall told WLOX News Now the family saw both a slow motion version and an unedited version of the footage. He says the MBI investigation has been completed.
Right. Used excessive force in violation of the Fourth Amendment to intentionally inflict emotional distress upon his mother, Katrina Mateen, and to deny her the loss of affection of her son. I don't know what the hell that's about. That little ending part sounded like some added shit by the newspaper, but they trying to say that he was tip tapping on that Fourth Amendment here. I did, like I say, he did just jump out like we seen. He just jumped out, police, whatever, and just started firing. Yeah. So we're gonna have to look to see if they actually. I think that they were going through courts and stuff like that. I'm not really sure what the outcome was of the actual trial, or I mean of the lawsuit or whatever. But what I do know is that they actually found those cops. They found them not guilty, found them in the right. They said they were brandishing firearms at passing motorists and began chasing one of them. So that wasn't said in that first call, or at least they didn't write that in there. They were chasing them with guns. After the car entered the Family Dollar parking lot, two officers in separate cars followed them. Immediately, two individuals exited the vehicle. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't see anything about them going in and coming out of the door with their hands up. So I'm not really sure what them bystanders seen. But, this is a very crazy situation. Like I said, I'm very sure you guys already heard about it. You know, um, man, rest in peace, Jaheim Mcmillan, man, take care, bro. Um, I see you in the afterlife, and, you know, shit, heart goes out to his family, man, because, the family is the one who takes the brunt, of it all. Um, Man, I don't know. Kind of got me messed up myself, but you guys let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.
And through a new law involving officer-involved shootings, the case has been turned over to the state's Attorney General's office. The AG will determine what happens next.
It's a tragic situation. I mean, my heart really, it's torn apart for the family. I know it's difficult. And look, this has been difficult on a lot of people. And what we really wanted to do for the family is let them see the facts, let them understand what's real and what they've heard that's not true, and so that they can make up their own mind about what should happen from here.
Tyndall added that the video, as it occurred, will eventually be released to the public.